Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're discussing the latest trending controversies surrounding Sean Combs, better known as P. Diddy. From recent allegations to his ongoing influence in the music industry, we'll dive into the most talked about topics and controversies that have everyone buzzing today.
Before I begin into trashing Diddy,
In recent weeks, P. Diddy has faced serious allegations of misconduct. Several women have come forward with claims that detail experiences of harassment and abuse. These accusations have sparked a renewed conversation about accountability in the entertainment industry, especially regarding powerful figures like Diddy. Social media is ablaze with reactions, with many calling for change and justice.
As you all know, I made a request today for what we were calling a gag order, and I'm not going to walk out of court and do anything other than live up to that.
It's pretty interesting because I think, we have seen many photos, videos of Sean Combs, a.k.a. Diddy, through the Associated Press, through Instagram. And so to see him kind of in person after being in jail for 3 weeks now was pretty interesting, to say the least. And I say that by being that you would expect him to feel a little defeated, a little gaunt, anything like that. But it wasn't that case. He appeared confident. He stood tall. But most importantly and most notably, when he walked inside the courtroom, the first thing that he looked at was his family. As soon as he saw his family, he just lit up. Another thing to note too is he wasn't shackled, but he was wearing a khaki prison-like jumpsuit when he appeared inside court, and his family appeared on their end very just happy to see him. Now, I will say, when I was inside the courtroom, I was a little bit towards the back right side of the gallery, and so for seeing Sean Combs, I had to look through a few heads and stuff like that. But again, he appeared just kind of confident walking inside that courtroom, and it might have just been the look that his family was there. So let me kind of paint a picture for you as well too. His mother arrived a little bit before 1 p.m. Eastern time today, and then whenever his children actually came into the courtroom or the courthouse actually kind of got silent. It was pretty interesting to see that as well too. So as far as who was sitting by who, you had Janice Combs, who sat by Justin, then it was followed by Chance, the twins, Jesse and Delilah, Quincy, and then Christian Combs, a.k.a. King. And so again, once they all saw their father, they all smiled at him, waved at him. And even when we were all leaving the courthouse today, Diddy just blew kisses at his mother and his family members. They didn't say much of anything. I wasn't outside when they had first entered the courthouse, so I'm not sure if they said anything to the press. Previously, they had been very quiet whenever they had entered the courtroom. So I assume it'll be kind of like that as well too.
Alongside these allegations, P. Diddy is currently embroiled in various legal battles. Recent lawsuits have been filed against him for breach of contract and failure to pay royalties to former artists. This adds to the ongoing narrative of Diddy's complicated relationship with those in the industry, leading to debates about fairness and transparency in music contracts. Despite the controversies, P. Diddy remains a significant figure in the music industry. Many artists credit him with helping to shape their careers. However, discussions are emerging about whether his past actions overshadow his contributions. Fans and critics alike are now questioning the implications of supporting an artist with such a tumultuous history. Community reactions to the current controversies have been mixed. While some fans continue to support him, many are expressing their disappointment and anger. Online forums and social media platforms are buzzing with conversations about accountability and the need for change in how the industry treats allegations of misconduct. This has led to calls for more supportive environments for victims to come forward. The situation with P. Diddy is part of a broader conversation about power dynamics in the entertainment industry. As more voices speak out against misconduct, the need for systemic change becomes increasingly evident. This controversy is prompting discussions about the responsibilities of artists and the industry in creating safe spaces for everyone involved.
courtroom, his mother and most of his children. He had waved to them, blew a kiss to his mother, and one of his sons had raised and flexed his arm, his bicep, as though to show a sign of strength. Now, this hearing was mostly about procedural issues, working through some of the evidence in the case. Prosecutors said they collected 96 devices back in that March search of Combs's homes in Los Angeles and Miami, and when they searched him on his person, they said they've begun going through them, encrypting some of them, and giving them back to the defense. That will take some time. There are going to be some motions in this case. One of those was addressed today. Now, if the judge does not need them back in court, the next time we will see Combs back in court will be in December. Brianna?
And this comes after his legal team made some pretty stunning accusations, Kara, about that now infamous video of Combs beating his former girlfriend as she tried to leave a hotel room. What exactly are they saying?
Yeah, that was one of the issues that was teed up yesterday for this hearing today, and that's what they spent a lot of time on in the courtroom. Combs's attorneys had asked for an investigation into leaks, saying that they believe the government alerted the press not only of the video, but also of the searches at his homes in March. But this video is something that the prosecution said that there's no need for this. They have said that they did not obtain this video until after CNN has aired it. Obviously, we're CNN. We have declined to comment on these allegations, but the prosecution said that they did not have this until after it was already made public by us, and that there's no need for an investigation. Said this is just an attempt to try to keep a damning piece of evidence out of this case. Now, the judge said he is not going to decide today on whether they should have a hearing. He's going to let the sides file their legal briefs and their legal arguments on this. But one thing that Combs's lawyers did ask for is what they called a gag order. They want the prosecution to be stopped from talking about any grand jury evidence in this case or any non-public evidence. Now, prosecutors never really discussed that publicly before a trial, and the judge said, in fact, that because that is the rule, he said, is there any harm in imposing this? And the prosecutor had asked the judge to make it reciprocal to stop Combs's lawyers from saying anything more about any of the evidence in this case. They cited an interview that Combs's lawyer had given to TMZ in which he suggested that the government was trying to he accused the government of making a takedown of a successful black man. They said they wanted him to stop talking about that. Combs's lawyer said that if this does go into place, these restrictions on statements, he would abide by it. So the judge asked him to draft what this order would be, send it to him, and he would sign it. So we will learn in the coming days of exactly the contours of what they're prevented from saying.
In response to these allegations, P. Diddy has issued statements denying the claims, emphasizing his commitment to his work and community. However, many feel that his responses have been insufficient. This ongoing dialogue highlights the complexities of accountability, particularly for public figures with substantial influence. As the situation develops, P. Diddy's legacy continues to be scrutinized. The questions surrounding his actions and their impact on the industry are far from settled. What do you think about the recent controversies? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more updates and discussions on trending topics in entertainment.